This is your city. This is your city wants to know. We want to know the background, the heartbeat of what makes up our beautiful cities. We dig into the backstories from the struggles to the successes of our local entrepreneurs, small business owners, artists, not-for-profit organizations, and the many, many people who make up the intricate tapestry of our communities. Real people, real stories, by you and for you. But wait, that's not it. I love giving my opinion. Just ask anyone who knows me. We can't get enough of the honest, gritty feedback of places that we spend our hard-earned money. I'll give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the places I eat, sleep, and visit. Disclaimer, my opinion only. All right, so come on, let's get to it. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of This is Your City. As always, I am Kim, your host, and today we have a great episode. If you remember, I put a shout out for people if they knew of or had any the younger generation, kids, young adults who've made a difference in the world, made a difference in their life, and made a difference in the community around them. And I had some pretty good shout outs there. And I'm really excited because today I have one of those guests with me. His name is JaDon Brooks.
Hello.
JaDon, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing your story with our viewers. I'm just going to just tell them a little bit about you. Now, JaDon, you are an aspiring entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You're 13.
Yes.
And not only are you an inspiring entrepreneur, your desire is to be an inspiring entrepreneur.
Yes. Yeah.
For our listeners, I'll let them know what that is. You're into fitness. You really love fitness. You love pushing yourself to the limits. And I love that because most of my life I've been into fitness. So pushing it that extra mile, I totally understand that.
Yeah. It feels very nice to push yourself to me because it pushes your mindset and your physical body.
Yeah. I mean, our bodies are amazing machines, aren't they? Like when we can't do something, we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're doing homeschool right now?
Yeah. So we just finished like the final test of the year, like 2 days ago now, and I'm going into 8th grade.
You're going into 8th grade. So are you homeschooled because of COVID or are you homeschooled all the time?
COVID was part of it, but then I also asked a few times before COVID if we could homeschool because you can, I could get more of like what I wanted to get done rather than, than math.
Well, yeah, everybody would love that. Let me do my thing. I don't need this math stuff.
Yeah.
I get it.
Because I can just finish it early in the morning.
Right. Well, good for you. And you're doing well? Your grades are staying high?
Yeah, I think so anyway.
Good. Well, JaDon, one of the reasons we're having this reach out for younger generation doing different and amazing things in their community is because I'm a strong believer that the next generation is going to propel us into where, into our future, whether it be good or bad, if we're going to have good leaders or bad leaders, because the fact of the matter is your generation are going to be leaders. So whether it's a good leader or bad leader, right?
Yeah.
I'm just really hoping that your generation is full of good leaders, and then there's people like you, which is so inspiring. So what I want you to do is first, you're in fitness.
Yep.
Now, that can mean a lot of things to a lot of people. So tell me about yourself. Tell me what this fitness regime of yours is.
So I'm 13 and I do what's called like calisthenics, and calisthenics is training with body weight exercises, and it's like the difference between like weights and calisthenics is weights make you like bigger and train muscles in a different way, but calisthenics trains you to be like an athlete more. And Yeah, I just find more, I find it more fun, and also I get more value out of it, I think.
Yeah, wonderful. Helps you stay young.
Yeah.
Maybe you should be my coach. Which brings me, actually, I didn't even do that on purpose, but you also are inspiring to do this as a career to help other people. So to coach, is that what one thing you want to do maybe? Coach other people?
Yeah, I want to do a lot of things, but so right now I have my fitness page on Instagram, and I actually have a program that I sell a little bit to people that need help, and so that they can benefit from it and not just get, yeah,
Yeah, so you
not
can
just,
coach them through. So you have a program you designed, you and your father. Did your father
yeah.
help you with the program?
Like he's the one that got me started with fitness and pushing myself, but then I just after a while just started learning how to do it by myself when he's not around because he can't obviously be there all the time. So then I kind of based my training off of what he did, but then I also added some things from that I learned on like YouTube or something to make it like the best that I'm capable of, pretty much.
Okay. And you can use that
So
to benefit others.
I, yeah, yes, I can. And then, so I designed the program, and and then I own the company with my other friend Connor, and we own the company, and we're just trying to grow it.
So what's the company?
It's called King's Fitness, and we're gonna. Right now, we just have a few one program up at the moment, but we're working on like three more, and then eventually we're gonna sell fitness apparel also, as well as probably some equipment eventually.
Wonderful. I love the dream. And, actually, it's not even a dream, it's a vision. And I'm
Yeah.
a strong believer that there's a huge difference between a dream and a vision. If you have
Yes.
a vision, you're going to go for it. If it's just a dream, it stays a dream,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So if it's a vision, you go for it and you make it yours. So I love that about you, especially at such a young age, you know. So your program, you sell the program.
Yes. Yes.
And it's basically, how many, is it a week, 2 weeks, 7 weeks? Like what kind of,
The one that I have right now is it's around 50 days, and yeah, and then yeah, it's around 50 days, or it is 50 days. But then we also are working on to make it 70 days, also, and yeah.
do you think you're going to have any, week long or 30-day programs for people who have busy lives or, they can't focus as long?
Yeah, yeah. So for those people, like if they don't want to do the full program, they can just do the first 30 days, or they can just pick workouts from within it. And then I also give them some extra workouts. Like I didn't say that they were going to get this, but I just like giving them extra. So I give them some extra follow along workouts as well as just some bonus workouts.
So like a bonus, like an incentive. You
Yeah.
signed up. Thank you so much. Let me give you something extra.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful.
For like mostly when they finish the program and they don't want to like restart and just do it over again, which they could, but if they don't want to, they can just do those workouts and start implementing those into their routine.
Is it a video? Like, is it you coaching them?
Uh, I'm working on the PDF right now, and also we're working on adding videos, but the PDF is going to be done before the videos, mainly just because the videos they take quite a long time to upload. So
Yeah,
yeah,
you have to do your editing and so forth.
yeah, editing, all that.
Yeah. But even just little cute little, I don't know why I use the word cute. Just just little, snippets of you doing it so that because people
Yeah,
like me, I need to see like, what do you mean? How am I doing it properly? So if I see like a few second video of you showing me how to do it, then
yeah,
I look at the PDF.
And those are all things that like we're gonna add in the future. We're just right now getting the minimum amount to be put in there, and then then eventually we're gonna add uh just how to do them properly and all that stuff.
That's wonderful. What's the age group you're targeting? Is it people your age, teenagers? Like, what's the age group you're targeting?
Uh, it's pretty much targeted to anyone, but probably not like it's pretty intense, so probably not.
Not old
We're
people like me.
we're not targeting to people that like don't want to work out like any more than like 4 days a week. Like we have options in our program if you want to work out 3 to 7 times a week, and you can choose because the workouts are optional. It just depends on how sore you are and things like that. So it's pretty much meant for anyone, this program is, but in the future we want to add programs targeted specifically to beginners and specifically to advanced, but this one's targeted to pretty much anyone.
Yeah, I think I was reading all your social media, going through your stuff, and I think you have a really cool niche, Jaden. If you target people your age too, like
Yeah.
teenagers, and that's a really cool niche. There's not a lot of people out there who are doing that,
Yeah.
and that's important. That's what's going to set you out from all of the rest, right? Is that you have a certain niche that nobody else does.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. So what got you started in this? What made you, I know you said your dad started you out, helped you, but you had to have something within yourself that wanted to do this. What started your thought process?
You mean for myself getting into fitness or in like starting the page and all that?
Well, let's start with you first and then we'll move to the second part.
Okay. So, like, yeah, my dad got me started, and like, I always loved it when we would do it together pretty much because it was quality time, and then I just really liked it at the time when we first started. I think we started at like when I was 5 or 6, and then, but around 3 years ago, we started working out a little bit together, and then I realized like it just brought back the memories and all that. So then I just started doing it again, and then I found that I want to be a boxer, and then I found that I wanted to do more calisthenics. I found out about that, and so then I've just been pushing myself pretty hard ever since.
So you were reaching out and saying, showing other people through your social media and your Instagram, hey, you don't have to be down in the dumps. We can do this. You can do this.
Yeah.
Is that what brought you to that, to think of other people?
Uh, I don't want other people to be down there when I know that I can help them, because then that just makes me feel like I don't know if failing them is the right word, but I know that I could help them a lot. But if I don't, then yeah. So I just feel a lot for them. So uh, when I started getting followers on my Instagram, some of them would just message me and they'd be like, "Wow, you're really strong" or something, and then we'd start talking more, and we'd start becoming friends, and then they would tell me that they're really unhappy with their health or where they're at in life right now. So then I would just do my best to help them. And yeah.
Motivate us. So
Yeah.
we need somebody who's positive in our life that can help us with that. And then to see the results that you have over time, because if you, my listeners will, they'll go on your Instagram page, your social media pages, once this is done, and they'll see some results. But you put in a workout pretty much almost every day, right? Of some sort.
Yeah. I train I try to train 1 to 2.5 hours a day usually.
Every day.
And pretty much every day. If I'm gonna have an off day, it'll usually be one every 7 days, but it just depends.
Wow, you got to have a little bit of break in there.
Yeah.
Have some fun. What do you like? Do you have to watch your diet, your eating, or
Yeah. So I track calories using a calorie tracking app and protein and all that. and I put together my diet using one of my diet programs that's on the way and research from YouTube and everywhere. So, yeah, I track my diet, calories, and it changes a lot, just like my routine and all that. Because like one day I'm bulking, then a few weeks later, then I'm cutting, and then I just keep going in that pretty much. So it changes a lot.
Yeah, of course, yeah. JaDon, some people would say that at your age, they might not, they might find it a little bit that you count calories at 13 years old. And please tell us that it's not because you have body image or anything like negative body images or anything, because that's at your age, counting calories is just something that we don't necessarily hear about very often, because do you really need to count calories at 13 years old? Because we struggle all of our lives. And then at young age, you're supposed to be enjoying it, having that piece of pizza, eating that ice cream. What would you say to those people who say 13-year-olds should not be counting calories?
So I don't think that you need to at this age, but I think you should still uh, be healthy. And it's not like I just eat like salads all day or something, but like uh yeah, so I still eat like pizza and all that, especially when I'm bulking. And but especially for me, I don't I don't know why, I just never really like to eat a lot. So um I also think that a lot of people say that you should wait till you're older to be healthy and all that, like, and then it's not true, because now that you are older, you're still struggling with that, and it's the addiction. And then so I try to uh, count calories. I've seen a lot of articles saying that it's not healthy at my age, but um, I don't know. I still focus on the macros and all that, so it's not like I'm just worrying about calories.
Right.
And um, and I don't stress about it or anything. So I still think that it's healthy if you do it in the right way and you have the right amount. And
Well, I like your answer. That's a really good answer when you said you shouldn't wait till you're older to be healthy. You can be
yeah,
13 and care about your health and care about, because garbage in, garbage out, right?
yeah,
That's at 13 and that's at 63. Garbage in,
hmm,
garbage out. So I really like that at your age you're learning that and you're putting that into practice. The calorie counting thing, people, whatever, but that you're healthy and you're saying, well, now's the time to start so that when you're older, it's not such a struggle. So I really like that answer. Thank you for that. That's a
hmm,
very good answer. Now, what about
yeah.
your friends? What about your friends? Do you train with them, train them? What do they think?
So I I have a friend that lives, Connor. I mentioned him earlier because we own the company together. Um, he lives like the neighborhood next to mine, so I just like bike to his house every a few times a week, and we we play basketball. We train together sometimes, but he can't just come to my house every day because he's not homeschooled. Because his parents don't want him to be.
Right.
So, and that's pretty much my main friend besides like my brother. And but I have another friend, and I haven't seen him in quite a while since COVID, really, because we haven't been able to meet up. But he's not into fitness really, but
Mhm.
he doesn't mind me he doesn't really think anything of me doing it, I don't think.
Your friends think it's really cool that you're a businessman?
Uh, I guess, I don't know. But
I think it's really cool that you're a businessman at 13 years old.
I guess.
But listen, I want, speaking about your friends and your peers and your circle of people your age, it is said, and I don't know if you've ever heard this, JaDon, that you're very smart for your age. And so you might have heard some of this stuff, but it's said that a person who possesses great power but still remains humble will always be well regarded and well valued. And what that means, you've got a business, you're an entrepreneur really at such a young age, and you have so many aspirations and visions of other things to build your business. So
Mhm.
that's going to bring you some good power. And I don't mean power as in a bad way, but what I would regard to you is to stay humble,
Mhm.
right? Like stay humble, and you know what humble means, I'm right?
Yeah.
Stay humble, and your character will just keep gravitating towards like-minded people, and like-minded people, positive people will just keep I can't even speak, gravitating to you because humbleness is a great character to have.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And I heard on your, I think it was your 5 minute podcast that you have, you were
Oh,
talking about your gratitude journal. Can you talk to us a bit about that? Because I love it. Love it.
yeah. So I try to do. I don't do it every night because I I've been off it a little bit lately. But gratitude is really important. It's something that you can use. There's a thing that said an article that said that if someone writes, I think it was 8 things that they're truly grateful for 30 days, it can bring them out of like depression in that amount of time, which is really powerful. So I try to do 20 things when I wake up and 20 things when I go to bed. Um, so yeah, it's a really good thing to do. It's probably one of the most powerful things out there, I think.
I absolutely agree with you. And it is proven that it can bring a person out of depression or out of a rut wherever they are if they just focus on the things. What I really liked about your gratitude journal, it's not just the fact that you say, find 20 things, find 10 things, find 8 things to be grateful for. But what I like, Jaden, is that you take it a little bit further and you say, don't just be grateful, like write down, okay, I'm grateful that I have a house.
Yeah.
You don't end it there. You say, why are you grateful that you have a house?
Hmm.
That that takes a little bit of extra thought. That's pretty
Yeah.
intelligent
You want
thinking.
to go as deep as you can into it and really feel the gratitude. And if you're not feeling it, then you just have to practice more and eventually you'll get it.
Right. Focus on the good things you have, not the things that you don't have, right?
Yes, yeah.
That's brilliant. Thank you so much for that. I love that you can be an inspiration, a mentor really, to people your age. And I said this at the beginning, there's really not a lot of people your age. And if I might, and I'm, no offense to anybody out there in the world, but typically it's females at
Hmm.
your age who are, so to see a young man who is inspiring others and who can mentor others your age, man, that just makes my heart sing. And so I just want you to continue. Just know that you have cheerleaders out there. And speaking of cheerleaders, a good leader cheers on. They're the cheerleader for other people. So if you're
Yeah.
coaching, you've got this program you're teaching, you're going to be everybody's cheerleader. Positivity, right?
Yeah.
Gratitude brings on positivity.
Yeah.
So that's something that you got to think about, and I think you have. And I'm just so happy that this is something you're showing other people to do. And knowledge is power.
Yes.
You're learning a lot about your body that most people my age don't even know. Like calisthenics is a science. So
Yeah.
do you think when you're in education, where are you going to go with your education? You're going to be like, where do you think you're going to go?
You mean for school?
Right. Yeah. Sorry. Yes.
Uh, I want to stay homeschooled until I'm done with high school. Then, um, I don't want to go to college right now, but if I change my mind, then I'll go. But uh, I'm not against college or anything. Like a lot of uh, finance people are, I see all the time. But uh, it just depends. I don't really want to. I want to keep growing my business and do what makes me happy, no matter what. So,
But you gotta keep learning, keep reading, keep studying. Like
yeah,
calisthenics, you gotta keep up with science. You gotta keep up with the knowledge space that you can share to others, right? Like you
mhm,
gotta continue to grow in that way. That doesn't mean you have to go to college or university. That just means you have to keep growing intellectually, right? Like with
yeah,
the times and science. Is that something you're gonna keep doing?
Yeah, definitely. I want to definitely keep reading and all that. I'll
Yeah.
I'll keep doing math, but um, I'll definitely keep reading and all that because
Mhm.
I like reading, and yeah,
And knowledge is power, like we said. So the more you know, the better you can grow.
yeah,
And one thing about knowledge and that power, it's always to better others. That is our mandate, JaDon, is to it's not for ourselves. It should never always be about us, ever. It's always to help others grow. It's always people are always watching us, right? And I'm sure you've probably heard that. There's
yeah,
always going to be somebody watching you, somebody younger who's going to look up and say, wow, look at JaDon. I want to be just like him, right?
hmm,
So a positive influence. And I'm so happy that you're working towards that. And I want to put my 2 cents worth in there. I don't know if have you heard that expression?
I have, yeah, a few
Okay.
times.
So I'm going to put my 2 cents worth in here. Um, Positive motivation, right? You're in business. Now you've got a company with your friend. You're selling modules, you're selling programs, which we'll tell people how they can get that in a second. You're going to add to those programs and sell. And you know what? In another few years, man, we're going to have another, we're like, yes, I interviewed that kid on my podcast. Look at it now. But positive motivation, okay? It's where we help other people. We motivate other people to be a better version of themselves. And in order to do that, we never guilt, nor do we ever shame
Yeah,
somebody else, right? We never shame and never guilt. It's cruel, and no self-respecting motivator or business person would ever be cruel intentionally.
yeah,
So, and I'm just going to give you an example. Some people are born with different features, right? Different physical features. Some have bigger noses than others. Some have high foreheads like mine. I've always hated my forehead. There's different people out there. Some people like thick boned people, some people like skinny people. Everybody has their own idea of what attractiveness is.
yeah,
Okay. So, one thing we have to do is never ever use anything positive with the word ugly. Ugly
hmm,
should never be a part of our vocabulary when we're motivating other people. That's just my own 2 cents. And I think you're well on your way to be just extraordinary. You already are extraordinary, JaDon. You are extraordinary. And keep humble, keep
hmm,
yourself humble. Always strive to lift other people up in life. And you will find that your following, your circle of people is just going to grow and grow. And those are going to be people who are going to help you grow.
yeah,
When you stay humble, stay positive. And I think that's you're there now, and you have so much opportunity, and I don't even know you, and I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of
thank
you.
you.
And yeah, and I'm hoping that any of our listeners out there, they're listening to this young man, JaDon, who's only 13 years old. He's an entrepreneur, he's a business owner. Him and his partner, his friend have this company, and it's just gonna grow. He's into fitness. He could teach you, he could teach me a few things, and that's what he's aiming to do. So if you have anybody who is JaDon's age, it doesn't even have to be his age, but not feeling motivated right now, maybe this COVID and not seeing their friends are starting to wear on their mental state, hook them up with JaDon. We'll have all of his Instagram and his information at the end of this program. Hook them up with JaDon. Let JaDon be their mentor. If JaDon can do it, anybody can do it. Right, JaDon? What do you say to that?
Yeah, I think anyone can do what they want and what they put their mind to.
And then do anything they want to put their mind to. Before we go, I just want to say, some of your Instagram photos, they're just breathtaking in the fact that your body can, at such a young age, you can work out that hard. I watched a few snippets of your workout regime, and I was like exhausted watching you for 5 minutes. Like, you really do put everything out there in your workouts. So good for you.
Yeah.
Good dedication and good discipline.
Oh,
Seriously.
thank you.
You can teach us all something, and your physique never Please do me a favor, Jaden, and never Photoshop your photos. Don't do anything to just be real, okay? You're training and people are watching you and you're taking people's money so that you can teach them how to do what you do.
Yeah.
Be real the whole time, okay?
Yes.
Don't Photoshop, don't be fake. Be you. Be the most awesome you can be.
Yeah, I will not Photoshop.
You do, but I'm just saying, as you get older and you do this, oh my gosh, society has a lot of pressure on younger people now. And don't fall into that trap because you are awesome and you don't need any of that. Cut that loose out of your life if anybody tries to pressure you or be negative to you. You just keep being you, your awesome self. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And as a parting, thing, what advice, Jaden, if younger people are out there and they're saying, I just can't, I don't have the time, whatever it might be, what advice would you like to give?
I'll say, I think I believe in you personally, and you can definitely do it if you just need to get over that first hurdle of believing you can't. Because if you don't believe that you can, and then
you can't.
Then you won't. But definitely start today, because otherwise you're gonna look back in 3 months and you're gonna be like, I wish I started 3 months ago. And you're gonna be wishing that for the rest of your life unless you start today. The first best time to start was when you were a few years old, but the second best time is now. So start today, and whether follow your passions, do what makes you happy, but just know that it's not all going to be comfortable, but you can still do it and just keep going.
Great advice. I love that you said that you believe in them, because sometimes we don't believe in ourselves, right? It takes somebody to out of us. And then I don't remember who said it, but it was a very long time ago, and it said the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago.
Oh yeah.
And the best time to plant a tree is today. So it's basically along the lines you were saying.
Yeah.
Don't think about yesterday that, oh, it's too late for me. You can start today. You have people like Jaden that can help you out, folks. I mean, look at this guy. He can help me out. Oh my gosh. And he's like so young. Thank you, Jaden. I'm so happy that you decided to join us and helping your community. Find whatever you can do to better yourself, those around you, and your community. Your community needs you.
Yep.
You're selling these modules. We're going to put it up. We're going to put up your information. You're giving bonuses to some people, which, always do what you can to help other people, better your community, leave your footprint, positive footprint. So hopefully we can catch up with you again another time when we can see how your business is going. And anything we can do, anything that This Is Your City can do to help you out, help sell those programs that you've come up with, let me know what we can do.
Okay.
And I'll do it. I'll put it up on my social media pages. We'll do what we can do for you, okay?
Okay.
All right. So thank you to my listeners as well. Thank you for tuning in for another episode. Stay tuned for next week. We got another great episode coming up. And as I always say, share, like, subscribe, click, send a pigeon, tell everyone that they should be listening to This Is Your City. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, stay blessed. Ciao. There we go.